All right. I don't do this very often, so here we are with another live. A couple of videos ago, I talked about my weight loss journey. I talked about my weight loss journey a lot. But what was I going to do when I finally hit the 50 pounds down in my weight loss journey? And I decided I was going to do a live because a lot has gone on, and I want to share that with my devoted followers. Thank you very much. If you are watching this live or if you're watching it later after it's been uploaded, thank you very much, and I appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun jazz. So I have done it. I have finally hit 52 pounds down. I have been on this particular journey since November of 2019. So it's been about 17 months, give or take. So it's been a while. It's been slow, but it's been consistent. And that to me is the most important thing. Yeah, I'm feeling really, really good about this. I'm very, very proud of myself. So I was like I said, I mentioned in a couple of videos, what am I going to do when I hit 50 pounds down? What am I going to do to get to the next goal? What is the next goal? That's the other question. Ideally, the next goal would be to focus on my body fat percentage and to lose another 28 pounds. I'm 228 pounds as of today. And if you want to check out BMI and all that, I am 5'6" or 168 centimeters and 103.4 kilograms as of today. So the next goal is going to be 200 pounds. So I have another a little more than 28 pounds to go. And then also I'm going to start identifying my body fat percentage and getting that down to a healthy level as well. I have notes of what I wanted to talk about today. Surprise, surprise. I never do that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So we are live today to talk about that and to brag a little. My mother hates when I wear my hair, but I make no promises the hair will stay down because it's 90 degrees and 62% humidity today, and I'm dying. But I'll try not to touch it too much in case that's annoying or triggering for anybody. Okay, I say a lot. I'm going to stop that. 52-pound weight loss. Congratulations to me. How am I going to celebrate outside of doing this live? I have lots of things, and I'm going to share that with you in just a moment, but I want to stay following my routine here. So we are now back in hard lockdown here in Victoria. The buses, public transportation has been suspended here. We're back down to essentials only, so pharmacies, grocery stores only. Everything else is shut down. And a year ago, a lot has happened in a year. Changes mentally, physically, all of that for me. And a year ago, I did a lot of rather unhealthy things to try and lose weight. I went on a smoothie cleanse for a while. I don't know if anybody remembers that, the rainbow smoothie thing, the heavily restricting calories, walking as a punishment. I'm not doing any of that now, but I am still calorie counting because we are still in lockdown. And if I don't I was in the gym, and for those that follow, sorry, bug. For those that follow, know that I have had a surgery recently. I had an appendectomy. I'm still in recovery from that, but I am cleared to go back to training on the 1st/2nd of April. The gyms will be closed, but I can still get some training in at home, and that's part of talking about this today as well. How I'm going to train at home, what I'm going to do, and how I'm going to be consistent with that. Now, to the rewards for my 50-pound weight loss. Again, very, very proud of myself. I bought myself a new pillow. That sounds really weird, but it's true. I needed a new pillow, and I have refused to buy myself a new pillow because I was definitely raised that you use something until it falls apart, you glue it back together, reuse it again, and you repurpose it afterward. without knowing that pillows have expiration dates and proper sleep is important. So I bought myself a pillow. I'm very excited about this. In addition to the pillow, I bought myself some new lipsticks. Not lipsticks, they're actually the jelly pH changing Chinese flower kind. They're the only kind that don't make me break out. So I bought those as well. And I bought myself a body composition scale. I have talked about buying one for a while, and I finally went and did it. It's an import weight, I think is the name of it. Scale coming in. It has an app on your phone, all that good stuff. So that comes in probably on Monday, which would be tomorrow. So starting Wednesday, maybe I'll wait until the 1st, maybe not. I don't know. It depends on how excited I am about it. I will take my measurements again. In terms of body fat percentage, it also tells you what part of your body is water, muscle, etc., etc. And I'm going to use that to start tracking as well. So I'm very excited about this. At the moment, I use a regular body weight scale and I use a measuring tape to track my progress. But I'd like to step it up a little further so I can get more of an idea of what's currently happening in my body as I continue this. I also am buying brand new pajamas, and I bought some, here in Brazil, it's called massinha de biscuit, which is a cold porcelain. It's like Play-Doh, essentially. It's Play-Doh that dries, and when it dries, it turns into a smooth porcelain. So I have purchased that, and I'm going to start making my earrings. You guys don't know because I don't wear my fancy earrings on YouTube, though I should. I am crazy about earrings that have little characters on them. I have like rabbits and squirrels. And I'm a teacher. What do you want from me? But earrings are my thing. They are the decorations. You wouldn't know that because I only ever wear these when I'm on YouTube. But I'm going to start making my own because we're in lockdown, and what else are you going to do with your time? I think that is it for all of my rewards and how I've treated myself in terms of celebrating. What I didn't do was celebrate with food, and that also is a big improvement. I'm still I'm in recovery, active recovery from my binge eating disorder. It's something I'll probably live with for the rest of my life. But I've admitted it. I am in therapy and I am working through that. So that's all very exciting. Also, the shirt, by the way, that would be a woman's large here in Brazil. Why is that exciting? Because when I moved here, I couldn't fit into Brazilian clothing at all because they just didn't make it for larger sizes. Then I was able to fit into men's shirts. I got down to a men's large and I was able to tightly squeeze into a woman's extra large, and I've dropped another size and a half from that. The numbers work a little differently here than they do in the United States. I have no idea what my current dress size is in the US, but here in Brazil, I was a size 56 and now I'm a size 48. I don't know what that means either, but there you go. I used to have my work uniforms custom sized and custom made, and now I can fit into the regular standard sizes that they have. So also very positive. So all that being said, what is the next goal? Like I said, the next goal weight-wise is going to be about 200 pounds, about 30% body fat is the ultimate goal. I don't know. I'll kind of see where I'm at now when I get my body composition scale and I'm able to see where I stand with a lot of that. Ultimately, in terms of weight, what I would like to see, I'm still aiming for about 180 pounds. I'd also like to be a little lower than that if possible, but that is what it is. So that's where we stand with that issue. Yeah, so now that we're in lockdown again, and the lockdown could be another 7 days, it could be another 7 months, we don't actually know. I'm leaning probably towards more the longer than shorter, but whether it is 7 days or 7 months, it is irrelevant because I'm going to continue my progress despite the limitations I have of not being able to go to the gym, I have decided that I'm going to do a 100-day challenge. Now, this is going to be a habits building challenge. It's going to sound like I'm throwing a lot of habits out here all at once. I'm not. Most of these habits I've actually been building over the last month, particularly since my surgery, but even further back than that. So now I'm just putting them directly down on paper, and I'm going to try for 100 days to hit 7 different goals. And I'm going to be using my bullet journal. And that's also, the 7 goals is why I'm calling it the Rainbow Challenge, because there's 7 colors in the rainbow. Technically 8 if you include indigo. Current things that exist in my bullet journal that I've done, I have my weight loss tracker here. I started at 260 pounds. My initial weight was 280, but I didn't start tracking until 260. And then I've made it to the second page of that. Very exciting. And then I'm crazy about rainbows, as you can see. This was last year's quarantine checklist, my rainbows and such. The green smoothie detox, again, unhealthy things that I did last year. Another healthy habits one. So I haven't decided exactly what format I want this to look like. That's the fun part of the bullet journal. I can kind of see like actually doing a rainbow that has 100 different spots to track, and then when it's all done, you fill in one, and then you have a complete rainbow at the end. I don't know. When I do know, I will post it on my Instagram. I'll take pictures and post it. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because I'm way more active there than I am here. I'm an owls_odyssey on Instagram. It's the same name as my YouTube channel. So if you don't follow me, please do. I post there far more often than I post here because I forget and I'm not very disciplined when it comes to YouTube. So what is the Rainbow Challenge that I'm doing? The Healthy Habits Rainbow Challenge. I am choosing 7 different habits that I want to focus on and do every day for 100 days. Why 100? The honest answer is I was watching an Amber Lynn Reed video, and all of her challenges are 100 days. So that's where that came from. And also 100 is 100. I don't know. I chose 100 because it sounds good. Sounds challenging. I'm all for it. So what 7 habits am I looking to accomplish? For the color red, I want to read every day. I was doing well. My 2021 goal for reading is 24 books in the year. I'm at 4.5 books at the moment, so I'm a little behind schedule. But while we're in quarantine, I think I'll be able to pick up the pace a little. But the goal is reading every day. I'm going to aim for about 10 to 15 minutes of just reading. And if that sounds easy, okay, then, I mean, you can always read more, but the goal is about 10 to 15 minutes of reading every day. I usually do that before I go to bed, but we're going to be a little bit more disciplined about that. For the color of orange is where I'm going to be doing my training. Now, I can't lift barbell weights at the moment because the gyms are closed. And on the 1st of April, I'll be cleared to go back to weightlifting. So I'm going to, I'm walking every single day at the end of the night because it's 1,000,000 degrees during the day. And at the moment I'm at 10,000 steps. I want to increase that to about 12,000 a day. When I'm at work, I clear about 16,000. So I'm doing less than what I was doing, but I also don't, I want it to be consistent. I'd rather be consistent with 10,000 than set myself a goal of 16,000 every single day and then never make it. So the goal is going to be between 10 to 12,000 steps every day. And then 3 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week, I'm going to add in some kettlebell training. I have my 8-kilogram kettlebell. I'm a little apprehensive because I was lifting much heavier weight at the gym. But again, something is better than nothing. And I'd rather be consistent than do nothing at all. So in terms of training, 10 to 12,000 steps a day, plus the kettlebell 3 to 4 times a week. And yeah, that'll be the type of training that I'm currently scheduled for. For the color yellow, it is going to be yoga. Yoga or stretching in general. Mobility practice is the goal. I've mentioned that on my Instagram that mobility training is something I'm working toward. I mean, I have flexibility, but the more I do that, the better it's going to be, because flexibility, stretching, mobility are all things that will be helpful regardless of what you do in life. You have to move. So that will be my yellow color, will be yoga. I'm going to start with a 5 to 10 minute stretch every day. If I can do that consistently, I may up the goal. Again, the whole point of this is to set goals that I know I can do that may require some higher level of discipline, but I will be able to accomplish. So 10 to 15 minutes of reading, training every day. That's actually the easy one, surprisingly, because I'm looking forward to moving weight again. So, and then 5 to 10 minutes of yoga. For green is going to be nutrition. I am currently calorie counting, I did mention that, but in addition, the quality of my food, I want to be as wholesome as possible. Now this one is a little easier of a habit to build because I have been doing this, particularly for the last month, but even before that, I don't eat a lot of processed foods. If you watch any of my grocery haul videos, you can see the things that I buy. But for the next 100 days, really focusing on complete whole foods. The starches, I don't really want anything out of a bag, anything that's processed. If it is processed, it's a process that I do myself. So for example, hummus is my snack for the week. And I'm going to boil the garbanzo beans and make the hummus myself with sesame paste that I make myself, etc., etc. So yes, whole foods, fruits, vegetables. The starches are going to come from vegetables. I'm going to lay off grains. I'm eliminating dairy. I've finally gotten down, so I finished off the milk that's in my fridge. And in terms of grains, the only grains I'm going to let myself eat because they're just better for my stomach, I feel better when I eat them, is going to be oats and tapioca, which actually comes from a plant. They all come from plants. It doesn't come from a grain. It's actually a powder that's made from cassava, from mandioca. So tapioca and oats are going to be the main focus for grains there for nutrition. So I eat a lot of fruit now. I'm going to continue with the fruit and whole vegetables. I want to eliminate cans from my diet. Not that I eat a lot now, which means it should be an easy transition to make. Same thing with things that come out of boxes or out of packages. I don't eat a lot of them now, so it should be a lot easier to just make that little tweak to continue pushing towards my goal. And for blue, the color blue is going to be mindfulness or meditation. I am joining the Swole fam from swolenormousx.com and Papa Swolio on YouTube. They have a community, and part of the 7 pillars is mindfulness and meditation. I am not good at meditation. I have been trying to do this for the last month. I use guided meditations at the moment. I also have a meditation timer on my phone, but the ability to actually sit still and do nothing on purpose, that's a very crass way to describe meditation, but that's kind of what it is a challenge for me. And because it's a challenge, it's a discipline I'd like to develop. So that is the goal there. 5 minutes. Again, I know these all sound like really small times, but if I say, oh, I'm going to meditate for an hour, I won't do it. So there's no point in setting a goal I won't be able to achieve. And I can always move the goalpost further if I find that these are really easy and I'm knocking them out every single day. But to build discipline, you need to start with things you can accomplish. So for meditation, it'll be about 5 minutes every day. I may do it first thing in the morning, but lately I've been doing it to fall asleep, and that has been helping greatly with I may also combine it with my yoga. So at the end of a yoga session, just extending, reconnecting, because my internet connect. Am I back? At the end of that, at the end of no, I'm still as of right now, instead of a request for love. And then the last one is purple, and this is probably going to be the